welcome back to Victoria's Educational Services, where I break down difficult concepts into easy steps. Our objective for today is to decompose fractions as a sum of unit fractions using tape diagrams. This lesson is aligned with standard 4.NF.3.b. It's based on Eureka Math Grade 4 Module 5 Lesson 1. Okay, let's get started. Alright, so first I'm going to show you how to draw a tape diagram to represent a fraction. So the fraction that we have right here is 5 out of 6, or 5/6. So a tape diagram looks like a rectangle. And in this case, we're breaking it into 6 pieces because our denominator is 6. Okay, now that I broke it into 6 pieces, I'm going to shade 5 of those pieces to represent the numerator, which is 5. Okay, so it's that simple. That's what a tape diagram looks like. So that's representing 5/6. Another important thing is to know what a number bond looks like and how to make one based on a fraction. So from 5/6, we can break it up different ways. One way we can do it is in 2 pieces, which would be 2/6, and we can break it into 3 pieces, which would be 3/6. And those numbers add up to 5/6, as you can see in the picture. So a number bond just looks like the whole number, or in this case, fraction that you're starting with, and then what you're breaking it into. So in this case, I'm breaking it into 2/6 and 3/6. All right, so that's how you make a tape diagram based on a fraction, and that's how you would make, or one of the ways that you would make a number bond based on a fraction. Let's take a look at a sample question. So we need to write the fraction that this tape diagram represents, and then we're going to draw a number bond to also represent it. So to write this as a fraction, we would first count the number of pieces in this tape diagram. So I see 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces. So my denominator is 4. My numerator will be how many of those pieces are shaded. So I see 1, 2, 3 of those pieces are shaded. So as you can see, my fraction is 3/4. So our next step is to label the 4 pieces of this diagram. So I know if the 3 of these pieces are 3/4, then each one of those pieces is 1/4. So I'll label this 1/4, 1/4, and 1/4. All right, and our next step is to draw a number bond. So we're starting with the whole fraction, 3/4. And in this case, this fraction was broken into 3 pieces. So for my number bond, I'm breaking it into 3 different fractions that add up to our starting fraction. So we have 1/4, 1/4, and 1/4. Because we know 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4 equals 3/4. For this problem, we need to draw 11/8 on a tape diagram and then decompose it into a number bond. Before we start, you may have realized our numerator, 11, is bigger than our denominator, 8. This is called an improper fraction. We're going to start by drawing a tape diagram. So, just looks like a rectangle. Typically, the denominator shows us how many parts to break our tape diagram into. So I'll draw 8 parts. And you always want to count to make sure you have the correct number of parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. Next, I'm going to shade in 8 parts because I know my fraction is going to end up being larger than one whole. I shaded in my 8 parts, and I know that this whole piece is 1 whole. Don't forget our fraction was 11/8, so I need to add 3 more pieces so I can shade in 11/8. So I'm just adding it on to the end of my tape diagram. Here's my 3 more pieces. I'm changing colors just so you can see what I added on. Okay, so I shaded in those extra pieces. And now we have to label 7/8, 1/8, and 3/8. 1/8 would just be this one piece right here. 1/8. So I'll check that off. Next, we can label 7/8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have 7/8. Check that off. And now we have to label 3/8. This would be 3/8. Finally, we are going to draw our number bond by decomposing 11/8. So I'll write 11/8 up top. And I see with this problem, they want me to break it into 3 pieces. There are many ways to break down 11/8, but for this problem, we were given the fractions that we're using, which are 7/8, 1/8, and 3/8. So we have 7/8, 1/8, and 3/8. Always make sure that your number bond adds back up to the top number, or in this case, fraction. So I know 7 plus 1 plus 3 gives me 11. My denominator is 8, so I know it adds back up to 11/8, and my answer is correct. Okay, that's it. Please like and subscribe if this was helpful for you. If you need more help, please leave a comment and I'd love to help you. That's all for today. Thank you so much for joining me. I really hope this video helped you. Please like and subscribe so that I can continue to provide free educational videos. Comment with any questions or suggestions for tutorials that you would like to see next. Until next time, bye.